What are the qualities of a high-value man?
Ooh, someone sweet, caring, loyal, trustworthy.
Major shouts out to It's Complicated channel. Go follow him, guys. He does really good work. I can't stress that enough. Support this guy and continue his efforts on Las Vegas Boulevard. Let's continue.
They can do something for you without asking for anything back.
Respect, money, and loyalty.
Okay, would you say that for most women, looks, money, and status are part of that?
Yes, completely, 100%.
Okay, do you believe
She looks like Matt Damon, doesn't she?
that every woman wants a high-value man,
Yeah.
I believe every woman wants a high value man, yes.
but not necessarily gets a high-value man?
Exactly. They don't get it and they don't seek out for the right ones or they just settle.
A lot of people go after status and money and looks.
Would you agree that looks, money, and status are part of that equation for most women?
For
most women, yes.
Why would a high-value man with lots of options choose you to be his one and only woman?
Because look at us, we're baddies. Like
We're bad
Look at us, we're baddies. Okay.
as fuck, and I'm wifey material.
What can you...
Really? You have got to be kidding me.
What can you offer a man that no other woman has?
A wifey that will take care of your kids, work, that's not a bum, doesn't have to pay for everything, you know?
But don't you think that there are like countless women who can offer the
For a
same thing?
lifer.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
What percentage of modern women are suitable for marriage and why?
What percentage are suitable for marriage?
Just what would you say roughly? Just I don't know.
Oh my God. Suitable for marriage. So meaning you have a woman that at least wants that. Wow. I'm gonna go.
To be honest, I don't think many are suitable for marriage. There are so many women who are just so unfit for marriage. And it's mainly only Western women because a lot of Western women were just not raised to be wives in this day and age. They were raised to be strong, independent. I don't need no man. Go secure your bag, girl. Go do your thing. All of this other nonsense. So very, very large amount are not fit for a marriage. Very low amount are indeed fit for marriage. But that amount is still dwindling, unfortunately.
I'm gonna say 10%.
Wow. Why is that?
Because most women think they're better than they think they are.
Yeah,
Interesting. Okay.
that's a major point. Major point.
If women are so strong and independent, why does the pressure of marriage and commitment typically come from women?
Because that's how you grow up. Like it's the white picket fence.
Well, and also, too, a lot of women, they would say that they want to be married, but then it would be followed by, I don't want to settle for nothing less. Because there's always that assumption that they could do better. They could probably find the greatest guy that they would probably ever come across. But that little voice inside their head would tell them that there's someone better, a little bit better that's out there. And it almost always ruins their chances.
It's your dad did this and you're a princess and all that. Like, yeah, that's not true. They were sold a false reality.
What are your thoughts on the following expression? If you chase women, you'll eventually run out of money, but if you chase money, you'll never run out of women.
Ooh, good question. Very good question. Because we all know that women chase money more than anything. Hashtag clout chasers.
Honestly, yeah, because we want the money.
He knows because he got money, every bitch gonna sleep with him.
Well, in other words, okay, is it realistic for women to expect absolute loyalty from the high-value man every woman is chasing?
Yeah, we see this all the time.
No.
So then why do women expect loyalty from all the high-value men that they're chasing?
Shit, that's a good question. Shit, I don't know on that one.
What are your thoughts on the following expression? If you chase women, you'll eventually run out of money, but if you chase money, you'll never run out of women.
That is 100% facts.
Okay, so should men chase women or should men chase money?
Men should chase money. Money attracts females.
That's an awesome expression.
She looks like she has a lot of piercings in her mouth.
And it's so true.
So then, once again, why do so many women chase the high-value men, but then expect those men to not be with multiple women?
Right, right.
At what age did you first realize that you had the power to influence men using your looks?
Oh, I would say like 14.
I'd say
I don't know about that laugh, though. That would annoy the hell out of me.
recently starting working at the club, making money for it.
Okay, and how are you able to influence them?
Just by, I don't know, you could just kind of look into their soul and kind of control them. I don't know how to explain it.
You can look into their soul and kind of control them. Yeah, that sounds about right.
We would make accounts as kids, and there was grown-ass men texting us like, "Hey, baby, what do you want to do tonight?"
Why are they making accounts as kids? Why are they making accounts as kids, huh?
How are you able to influence these men?
By posting a picture.
All of these young women right here, I bet you all of them are rebellious as hell. Super rebellious.
Literally by posting a picture. Like, men are weird. Men are weird.
Is it possible?
Right, because she has so much experience to make such a determination, right? Come on now.
To be a hot girl in a big city and not let your ego get the best of you?
Absolutely.
Is it likely?
Probably not.
Is it likely?
Probably not.
Why not?
Because if you have people telling you every day, you're probably going to get a big ego about it.
Because of Instagram and because of social media. It's just like,
So does social media inflate an attractive woman's ego?
yes.
How many selfies is too many?
10 selfies to me is too many.
Does social media inflate an attractive woman's ego?
Yes.
Oh, 100%. Oh, gosh, yeah. That's why they post a bunch of selfies about themselves. And other apps like TikTok have not made it any better. It just made it worse because they're looking for this confirmation.
How many selfies is too many?
Posting every day and being annoying about it.
Yes. Yeah.
Is too many selfies a red flag?
Yeah, probably you're a little conceited, a little full of yourself, expect a little more.
Yes, it is. Wait, for men or women or for both?
Well, I don't know. What's the difference?
Okay, for men, they don't usually do selfies unless they're trying to get other females' attention.
Okay.
And then for girls, we do it because we're females. We all.
You know, I noticed something. When women of various ages, younger women, older women, men are always referred to as men, but you can have a grown-ass woman, they would always refer to themselves as girl because it brings about this innocence and this victimization in the mind, right? Almost every time. Men, girl. Men, girl. Not woman, man. I find that really interesting.
Always take pictures and shit. Like, we don't, just post it always for dudes.
Do you think you're more likely to meet a beautiful woman who's down to earth or a wealthy man who's down to earth?
I don't know. I feel like I couldn't say either.
Which one was more likely to overcome hardship?
I can't say either because
Look at her tattoos here on her hand. What is that?
both can go through hardships, you know?
Which one was more likely to overcome hardship?
The woman.
Probably, yeah.
But didn't the man typically have to earn his status and women are typically born into their status?
Ooh, good question.
Well, which one was more likely to overcome hardship?
To overcome it,
Yeah.
I'm going to say women.
Okay, but didn't the man typically have to
No,
earn
it is
his
the
status
man. Yes.
and the women were born into status?
Yes.
So are beautiful women more likely to lack self-awareness because they haven't been humbled?
I could believe that, yes.
Okay. And lastly, what is the most humbling life event you've experienced?
The most humble and I think it was when my ex-husband died. I think it humbled me a lot.
It's funny. I was talking to my neighbor about this yesterday, and she was talking about her aunt who goes and meets these wealthy men. They have 58-foot yachts, things like that. and she's on her 4th marriage to one of these guys. And she says, oh, but they're really nice guys, and they're down to earth. I go, these guys are multimillionaire, billionaire status, Palo Alto, Silicon Valley, fuck you money. They are not nice guys. They don't make it through corporate America as nice guys. That's a misnomer. Whoever says that is a fucking idiot. These guys have sharp teeth. Mark Benioff, his wife would fucking rip you a new asshole, let alone him walking into the room. Forget about it. I live in San Francisco. I've heard stories about his wife. Richest, one of the richer guys in the city. But is there a down-to-earth, wealthy guy? No. Are there hot girls that are down-to-earth? Absolutely.
Okay, but at the same time, though, I mean...
So, this is an interesting individual here. He seems very radical, feminist, feminazi type guy just from what he's saying. But let's continue.
A wealthy guy who was born into it might be different, though, than a man who had to earn his money, right? Because a man who had to earn his money, wasn't he more likely to face hardship?
Yeah, but now we're talking about this fucking segment of a hot chick that's a bitch. You know what I mean? Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but I mean, now we're starting to slice this salami. And I don't think if we start slicing this salami in these different segments, I think we're still going to get back to the same bullshit. No, there's no fucking wealthy man that's down to earth.
Who has it easier in society, men or women?
Sure, there's a bunch of wealthy men that are down to earth. You'll be surprised.
Definitely men, because they get
Oh, it's these two again. These two are quite interesting.
paid more, and they also don't have to deal with sexual harassment in the streets. And if they want to be shirtless, they also don't have to worry about somebody looking at them like they're just throwing themselves out there.
Okay, we're gonna just continue.
Okay, so since you believe that, would you be willing to switch gender roles with a man?
No, because I like being a woman.
Well then, wouldn't that prove that women have it easier in society? Otherwise, women would want to switch gender roles?
No, that is not true.
No.
Women don't have it easier.
We get judged way more than men.
We look better. We possess more in life because we actually bring forth life. Men can't do that. But
Oh, this woman right here is a peach. Oh, wow. Oh, man, look at these choppers. Chopper style, chopper style. Nah, I fucking, hey, stop that shit. We're gonna continue, okay?
But once again, then why wouldn't women overwhelmingly want to switch gender roles if men have it
it would only be
easier?
for money. It would only be for money for a woman to try to be a man. But I mean,
Why are women proud of being bitches?
Because it inflates their value. They think, oh, here's why. It gets back to this 7th grade. It gets back to this 7th grade girl thing. If you remember in 7th grade, the girls would all run around on the, at the parking lot there at recess on the playground, and they would then run to the 1 or 2 most athletic boys on the playground, and there would be this sort of group of 5 to 7 girls. And even the ugliest group, the lowest of that, she would still act like a bitch because she wants to perpetuate the idea that her value is high. So for a female to reject you is perpetuating this signal to the high value men that she is of high value. She's willing to, a nice average guy, she doesn't want that. She's willing and waiting for the high value man. So that's a sign, and that's why they act like a bitch. It's insecurities too.
Would you agree that the natural sexual dynamic between two people is dominant and submissive?
Normally.
When do women want to be dominated and when do they want control?
Okay.
Well, I like to. Okay, personally, I like to be
I like to be controlled.
I like to
Yeah.
be controlled too. I was gonna say like dominated.
I'm not dominant.
I'm not dominant, but I can be like not in the bedroom though.
Are women attracted to male dominance?
Yes.
Yes.
For sure.
What is the difference between being dominant and being controlling?
Controlling is aggressive and not what a girl wants, and dominant is sexy.
For real.
How can a man dominate a woman who doesn't submit to him first? Wouldn't that be controlling?
Say it again.
How can a man dominate a woman who doesn't submit to him first? Wouldn't that be controlling?
Not necessarily. If he tries a more submissive approach at first and wins her over with the submissive approach, I guarantee she'd let him be dominant.
Okay. Why do women
She'll let him be dominant. Okay. Gee, thanks. I appreciate it.
often require a man to prove his dominance before she will submit?
Because a lot of women have been hurt. Same thing with men, of course, but
Yeah. It's called therapy. It's not our problem, especially if I'm a new guy coming into the mix. Yeah, that's not my problem that you were hurt. You know, I'm sorry that you were hurt, but it's not my problem. I shouldn't have to suffer from that. Go to therapy. Talk to some sort of consultant and a counselor or something. Get that shit resolved before you get back out here in the dating world. Otherwise, you're just going to be wasting men's time.
but a lot of women, yeah, have been hurt and don't really know how to go about that.
It's called therapy.
I feel like a lot of women do submit to them, and like it doesn't have to be a verbal agreement. It's just
I feel like
something that happens.
Okay. Why do women often require a man to prove his dominance before she will submit?
To know that he's worth it.
Isn't the woman exhibiting the ultimate dominance by requiring those terms?
Uh-huh.
No. Say that again.
Isn't the woman exhibiting the ultimate dominance by requiring that the man
Guess so.
prove his dominance first?
Yeah.
Of course. This isn't nothing new.
Yes.
I think so, yeah, pretty much.
So isn't that a catch-22? If women are attracted to male dominance,
But we're in
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
control of the situation.
so then the man
we're
is submitting
dominant.
to the woman then, right?
Yeah, that makes us
Actually,
dominant.
yeah.
So how does that make any sense?
I don't know. You got us.
You got us, yeah.
No, it's not really a thing of gotcha. It's more of a think about it type deal.
Because the relationship is sort of guided by a woman and dictated by a woman and created for the woman. A lot of guys, unless they're ugly and their girl's hot, they don't want to be in a relationship.
When a woman decides to give a man a shot, is there a window of time for him to close the deal before she gets bored?
Yeah,
So timing is important.
yeah.
Are young women aware that they will have peak years of beauty, fertility, and dating options, but will lose influence over men as they age?
Absolutely.
So why do women often choose to wait for romance and focus on their career when their own window of time is the most limited?
Because at the end of the day, the most important person is yourself, and you got to take care of yourself before you take care of anyone else, and love yourself before you love anyone else.
Do you think if young women became more aware of their window of time, their life priorities would change?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. But unfortunately, we live in a day and age where you hear it all day. Girl, get out there and secure your bag. F a man, go do your thing. You don't need no man. You hear this all the time. Go to school, live it up. Ride the infamous CC. For the man out there, y'all know what the CC is. It's that cat carousel, but let's keep going.
No. I think it just depends on the type of woman. If a woman wants to grow and have children and that's how she sees her life, then I'm sure she will be the type to go and have kids at an earlier age.
That's not entirely true because a lot of women want to do that, but they just don't know how to approach it, and a lot of them were never trained on how to be wives. So it's not working. They just can't flip the script like that. That's not how it is. We're seeing women in their mid to late 30s freaking out and suddenly rushing to take things serious all of a sudden, but by then they're competing with women like this who are in their early and mid 20s and they're upset that they can't get a man. Like these women, they could get man a lot easier than women in their mid to late 30s, and ooh, women, they don't like hearing that shit. Oh, it pisses them off.
But if a woman just wants to focus on her success and focus on her mental health and things like that, I don't think her
Focusing on her mental health would probably consist of having a family. It would make her mental health a lot worse if she were to do other things.
priorities will change.
What does it mean when girls talk about having a hoe phase?
Dude.
It's that cat carousel. That cat carousel.
College years. Every woman. My mother, everybody. Everybody.
You might have gotten your heart broken and honestly trying to openly express yourself. You're exploring your options. So you have a hoe phase, but
You're exploring your options. Just exploring your options. Exploring your options. You have no options like you think you do. Let's be real. This is a math game. This is a numbers game. And the numbers are not in your favor. Ladies, listen well. There are many more women in the United States. Women outnumber men in the United States by millions. You're in for it. And unlike men, you're on a timer. By the time you reach your mid to late 30s and you're in that realm of advanced maternal age, you're in trouble. You are in trouble.
when it comes to a hoe phase with women, there is a like a talking hoe phase, and then there's a sexual hoe phase.
Do you think a woman's dating options increase or decrease with age?
I would say increase, definitely. You get more wealth, power to you. True.
Is that typically what men look for? Or do they look for wealth and power in women, or do they look for youth and beauty and fertility?
I want to say younger, especially because, I don't know, as you get older, you know, there's people with like families and it's harder to date, and yeah.
So why do women's standards often increase as their options decrease?
Because they've learned, yeah.
They haven't really learned much. What have they learned?
They know what they want.
Yeah.
Oh, they know what they want. Oh, well, excuse the hell out of me. So I guess now that they know what they want, I guess that just changes the whole dynamic. Because for as long as they know what they want, then they could summon the power of magical manifestation. Suddenly, things will just happen. Things will just come to light. Things will just materialize themselves. And then when you have things that materialize itself, then I guess she'll just get whatever she wants. Well, shit. What the hell was I thinking?
Can you compare the high-value man who's unwilling to commit to the young, attractive woman having her hoe phase?
Yeah. They're both doing the same exact thing.
They're both exercising their options, right?
Because the guy's in his hoe phase also.
I wouldn't compare it because when it comes to a male exploring his options, regardless, relationship or not, a guy is going to continue to explore his options because he doesn't run off of feelings, he runs off of lust. With a female, it's lust in your hoe phase, but once you catch feelings, you can really settle.
All right, seriously. I got an honest question for the fellas out there. Looking at her, does she look like she have skills? Because I'm looking, I don't really, I mean, she may have that, well, she does have DSLs, but, you know, I'm going to just keep going.
Down and stop what you're doing. But with a male, you will continue off of lust. A female will stop when she finds her option that she explored that was perfect.
So the hoe phase ends when love comes into play.
Of course. You explore the right option, you're going to end your hoe phase as a female. As a male, you can, like, be in love with one of your...
It looks very difficult for her to talk with the piercing in her tongue. That would drive me crazy. I don't know how she's able to do that.
options, but you're going to continue to explore because of your lust.
Right, but don't you think that there are some men who are willing to commit because they find love?
I do think there are some, but not many.
All right, guys, I'm going to stop it right there. Be sure to go like and subscribe It's Complicated channel. He does really good work. Until the next time, peace.